All right. So personally, on the pate. Welcome back to Everything Whiskey. I'm Callum,
I'm Sam.
and today we're reviewing Oban Little Bay.
Alrighty, this is one we haven't gone back to in a long time. We're pulling it out after quite a while. Now Oban is a Highland distillery in the Western Highlands. Pretty small distillery, considering its popularity. It's 43% or 86 proof.
Yep.
And I don't know, it's a weird one for us. We've had a kind of love-hate, mostly hate relationship with Oban in recent years, but I'm kind of fond of it now. The Little Bay is a bit different from the 14, but it's not too dissimilar.
Yep.
But I don't know. When we first tasted it, we just weren't big fans, were we?
It's just I think it was the over. It just smells like overripe fruit.
Alright. So as I mentioned before, this is not a non-age statement whiskey. They don't disclose how long it was aged in the separate barrels. But initially not initially, for the whole part, they have it in separate small barrels and then combine it together at the end. And those small barrels are used American oak heads and European sherry casks, which are also oak. So you get like a combination of kind of like that, not corn bourbon sweetness, but a little bit of that, just, I don't know, I feel like American oak used especially that kind of, the sappiness that you get from new oak isn't there, so often really rounded, but you still get that sweetness, mustiness, and then European oak, especially sherry, you get like a really kind of raisiny, overly ripe fruit sweetness.
Yep.
Which is what you kind of said you had a problem with a while ago, like when you first.
I still have that problem.
Yeah.
I just can't get past it. It's just as soon as it hits your nose, it's just that overripe fruit, and it's just off-putting for me.
There. Now this Oban is owned by, surprise, surprise, Diageo, and it was a little bit negative for a while in the whole Diageo lineup. They didn't really market it a whole lot. The 14 was like the one they kind of put up the most, but Little Bay and other things, until recently, they have not really been in the limelight. They have more pushed distilleries such as Talisker and Lagavulin and stuff like that.
All right, you want to get into the tasting notes then? I mean, it looks like you've already had
tasting
it, so...
Already take a sip. I get a lot of sea salt. It's a salty whiskey.
It's actually not as bad as I remember, to be honest.
I don't reckon either. I reckon we just...
You're right, it's the saltiness, yeah.
I just don't think we had the ability to taste port barrels, like sherry barrels, like the way we can now. Like, it was just a weird, moldy fruit mustiness. But I really appreciate a good sherried whiskey these days. So that barrel contribution I enjoy quite a lot.
Alright, so on the taste, I get underlying apple flavours that have hints of vanilla running throughout. Yeah. What'd you say? You had dry apple?
Yeah, I get, those like desiccated apple chips?
Mm.
You can get like dried banana, dried apple,
like
pineapple,
the dried
whatever.
out fruit,
I get like because it's like, it's overly ripe and it's super sweet and it's kind of like musty.
Yeah.
I don't know, I get that like really dominantly, especially in the finish. I think like the finish is kind of desiccated apple chips, a couple raisins, and sea salt sprinkled on top, because I get like that brininess.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you get that really salty aftertaste of it?
Definitely. All right, thank you for watching this episode of Everything Whiskey. We hope you liked this review of Oban Little Bay. Stay tuned. We've got a few things coming. We've got, watch our update video. We've got the vlogs. I won't my camera focus. I don't know why it's struggling. We've got the vlogs coming when quarantine ends. We're going to be making our own whiskey. We've got the Zoom calls we're going to be doing every week. We've got the backlog of, I think we've got like 5 original videos shot together before quarantine. We've got those coming as well. So we've got like a fair few things plus 4K content once we can get back together.
Yeah.
So look forward to that. Follow our socials if you want to be staying like up to date.
They'll be down below.
We do post daily, especially on Instagram. So check those out. We'll link them below, or Curly will, because I won't. Anyway, we'll see you in the next episode. Cheers.
Cheers.